Hi there, welcome. My name is Brent Clark. I own High Noon Photography, a photography studio in El Paso, Texas. And I'd like to welcome you to our first edition called Outtakes. And the idea of this is to show you some behind the scenes tutorials that may help to improve your photography skills. Whether you want to take snapshots of the kids around the house, perhaps you're a serious enthusiast, or even a budding professional. Today what we're going to do is talk about reflectors. Actually, we're not going to talk about reflectors as much. We're going to show something as simple as how to fold a reflector. Now, what a reflector is and what a reflector does, I hope to show in an upcoming tutorial. But just to get an idea, this is a silver-sided reflector, and it's bouncing a little light in the area in which there would normally be darker shadows. It's actually what they call a fill light source. I had a friend recently who asked me about reflectors, and they have all sorts of purposes in helping to modify light, different sizes and shapes. And she, after asking me some questions and getting some advice, I told her to buy one from Photoflex, and this is called a light disc. This is a 32-inch reflector. It's a two-sided reflector, as I'll show you in a moment. So what Mary did, my friend, was she went out and bought her reflector, and she promptly took it out of the bag in which it was carried in. And she went through a series of exercises that I had told her about with her reflector. And this is a two-sided, as you can see, gold and white. The problem was when she finished, she didn't know how to get the reflector back in the bag. That's an oversight. And so what I thought I'd do today is show that. And when you look at a reflector, there is a banding around the edge of the reflector. And they're meant to be folded. And so what you're going to do is take your reflector, and you're going to take your right hand, which is left of screen, and put it on one side, and your left hand on the opposite. And you're simply going to perform a figure eight. You're going to pull in with your right hand and push forward with your left, so that you get this kind of movement. So after you get this going, then what I'm going to do is take my right hand, and I'm actually going to bring it under my left arm like that. And you can start to see that this is already lipping inside. Alright? So we're going to take it, fold it over and under, and then with my right hand I'm going to take and grab the outside of the reflector, and then I'm going to take and just form it so that it's more in a circular pattern. After you're done with that, it's just a matter of putting it back into the bag and zipping it up. So one more time. By the way, when you open a reflector, I didn't do a very good job there. When you open a reflector, you should always unopen it very slowly. You don't want to get hit in the head. So anyway, grab the reflector, over, under, grab, form, shape, and put back into the bag and zip up. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and look for our next one.